Hey there, my name is Rifqa. I am 41 years old. I am married with 3 kids and I am an herbalist. Initially, my pages started for I created them for family and friends to stay in touch, but I started sharing content and now I have a lot more friends and family now. So I wanted to introduce myself to people who may not be familiar with me. I wanted to answer a few questions that I've seen pop up across a few of my different social media platforms, whether they're Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, to just address some reoccurring questions. How did I get into herbalism? Well, I was raised holistically. My mom was into yoga. We practiced breath of fire when we were kids and we were frustrated. We very rarely went to the hospital as kids. I can hardly ever remember taking medicine like NyQuil and things like that. My mom always created some type of herbal equivalent, and that's just how I was raised. So I was always very familiar with herbs. When my mom passed away a couple of years ago, I deep dived back into herbs just as a way to connect with her. But I found it was just a way just to connect with just everything, the universe as a whole. So I really dove deep into my herbal journey, loved it, and I am using it to raise my family and to keep my household healthy. Are you a vegetarian? No, I am not. Not by definition, not period. Um, I know a lot of people who say they're vegetarians and then they order a steak and they're like, oh, I'm just eating this because we're out. Or they order chicken wings and they're like, oh, I'm just eating this because we're out. To me, a vegetarian is someone who does not eat meat. And I do eat meat from time to time. Sometimes I eat fish, sometimes I eat chicken. What I will say is that I prefer vegetarian meals. They make my body just feel better. Um, I just like eating vegetarian meals. To me, it's a type of meal, kind of like I can eat Italian, I can eat the Chinese food, I can eat seafood, I can eat vegetarian. And I just prefer vegetarian because of the way that my body responds to it. I feel amazing when I eat it. I don't feel sluggish, and I just feel like I'm really recharging my body. So, no, I'm not a vegetarian because I do eat meat, but I do prefer vegetarian meals over everything. Where do I get my herbs from? I get them from everywhere. Uh, I have a garden, so I grow a lot of herbs, your basic herbs, your lavender, sage, rosemary. I'm even growing ginger this year. So I grow a lot of herbs. I also go to farmers markets and stock up. Whenever I see herbs that I like, I buy them in bulk. Um, I also go to a lot of health food stores. A lot of these will have really good bulk herbs, and I just buy a lot of them and store them. So I get my herbs from all over. I do try to order herbs indigenous to the area that they're grown. So sometimes I might order some herbs internationally, but honestly, I get my herbs from everywhere. I get a lot of them and I just store them. What do I do with all of the products that I make? I use them. I use everything that I film in my video. It's usually around the time that I need to use the item, and that's, when I'm about to create it, I'll make the video. But I use all of the items that I make in my videos. Now, sometimes I just make a lot of whatever it is that I'm trying to create. So that's when I will post things to my website. I created a website to share a lot of the different things that I create and share extra herbs and all kinds of things that I have. So, long story short, I use everything. I use all of the items that I make videos about. I'm actively using them and I'm just sharing them with you as I'm using them. Where would I suggest where would I suggest someone start with their herbal journey? Well, I feel that herbs are practical. So I would look into what issues do you have in your home? What things do you want to cure health wise personally? Do you, is it a skin thing that you want to fix? Do you want more cognitive function? Do you want to be more alert and aware? Do you want to renew a particular organ, whether it's a kidney, a liver? I would say your herbal journey is personal and it needs to start wherever you need help. And from there, you would research the herbs that best help the area of need that you have. And from there, as you take those herbs, you can find different ways to take those herbs. And the knowledge just grows from there. But I think the practical application of the herbs is where you need to start. It doesn't need to be a facade type of thing, where you just want to look cool for, oh, I'm into herbs. No, they can be very practical. So find things that you're trying to fix in your everyday life and find herbal remedies for those things. And that's where I would begin my herbal journey. What is your favorite thing about herbs? My favorite thing about herbs is that it really takes you on a whole rabbit hole, and it's really cool because as I started researching herbs, I fell in love with books again because there's so many books that give you knowledge about herbs. I just went on a whole rabbit hole of just falling in love with books all over again and just started reading more books in general, period. Um, Also, learning how everything works together, herbs really teach you that. One of the most amazing things that I learned about herbs is that there are certain herbs that emit certain substances from them that don't offer any benefit to the herb itself. It's solely excreting the substance to benefit something else. And to me, I just think that's really cool because that kind of shows the connectedness of us all and how botany connects life as a whole. Because to give something that you don't even need, that doesn't even serve you a purpose, but it serves a purpose to something else, shows how we kind of connect like a puzzle. So, my favorite thing about herbs is just the rabbit hole that I ended up going down as a result of learning about herbs, reading more books, learning about the whole connectedness of nature and the universe and everything. Herbs are really the bomb. They really are amazing. And I encourage anyone to, you don't have to take them, but you could at least study them. I think it's good to know that there are things that grow on this planet that can 100% help every aspect of you as a human being. It's just dope to know.